it's here. We now have the second edition of the Global Regulatory Framework book for medical information, and this box contains the second edition. I'm actually at Jo's house, sitting at her desk, and I wanted to share it with Jo because Jo has spent so much time putting this together. Blood, sweat and tears for all of us, I think. And this is it. So, Christmas has come early, and wow, this is it. So, slightly different appearance, as you can see, one purple, one green, so you know which edition it is. And of course it's got our names, so Sean Turbeville, who's the co-producer, along with myself. So, this is what people who renew their subscriptions will be getting as soon as we get the payment from you. What's changed? Quite a lot, quite a lot. As you know, regulations change all the time. So we found when we went through the update that a lot of the links have been broken because they're forever changing their websites as well. And of course, a lot of the regulations and codes have been updated, particularly in Europe, but also there's been some developments in the US as well. So although it may look the same size pretty much, there's a lot more content because the font has to be a lot smaller to be able to fit it all in. So you get a lot more book. You get links that will work, and this has been updated to 2017. But even more exciting, it's got a new geographical region in. We've got now AsiaPac. So the main countries from AsiaPac are there fully explained by somebody who is actually an expert who works in this, from that region in terms of their entry. What else is in here? We've also updated off-label, and I suppose coming from the UK, we cannot ignore Brexit. What are the implications to the UK of coming out of the European Union? What does that mean in terms of regulations? What does it mean in terms of practice? What does it mean in terms of MedInfo? So I'm going to be excited to have a look at this later on, and I know Jo is as well. If you're going to be at the DIA conference next week in Barcelona, it's the European MedInfo conference, then I will be there with this. I'm not going to let it out of my sight, but do come and have a look. If you've actually never seen it before, we're hoping that you could look at it and realise, yes, you do need this because this is the definitive reference book for regulations in MedInfo. So, thank you very much. Hope to see you next week in Barcelona.